Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. A really sunny, beautiful day here in the Barossa, and we just had the gourmet weekend, and spring has finally come about. We've got blossoms on the trees, we've got leaves coming, and it's finally starting to warm up a bit, which is beautiful. So yeah, that's not the only reason I'm super happy today. I cannot convey how happy I feel right now. My little boy just went to sleep all by himself without a breastfeed. High five. Yeah, if you're a mum who's feeding to sleep and you're trying to learn, trying to teach them how to self-settle, and it's been difficult, you will know how I feel. Like, it's been I've been feeding him to sleep since last December when we went to Sydney. So how many months is that? It's now September, so that's 9 months of struggling. And yeah, struggling against myself, struggling against the odds, and just trying to force him to go down without that feed, and then going back to feeding to sleep and feeling guilty. Anyway, so I just wanted to have a chat today to any of those mums who are feeling really bad about their baby feeding to sleep. Not everybody wants to co-sleep and feed to sleep. We definitely didn't want to co-sleep just because we were too scared of the baby possibly suffocating, things like that, the safety issues. I did co-sleep once or twice, but never all night. And a lot of people are very happy to feed to sleep, co-sleep, breastfeed toddlers into childhood, whatever, that's cool, that works for them. But for us, I really just wanted to establish breastfeeding really strong straight off the bat, and then feed at least 6 months. I think I wanted to go. So we've been feeding for 13 months now, which is wonderful. And I think it's been great for him, but you know, bottle feeding is fine as well if you want to do that, or you need to do that. So the problem that we had was, it's not even really a problem. It's so funny, like when you go to your healthcare, your baby care nurse, and when you call the parent helpline in South Australia, we have this parent helpline you can ring. And also at Torrens House when we went. If you want to see my video about Torrens House, I'll link it down below. It's on my other channel. But yeah, all of those places told us, don't feed to sleep. And I remember once I actually rang the parent helpline in tears, and I said, I don't know what to do. The only way I can get him down is to give him a feed. Someone said I could give him a feed a couple of minutes before he goes down and he'll sleep longer. And the woman on the phone, who was a nurse, said, don't do that, you'll be making a rod for your own back, which was her words. And that really stuck with me, and I thought, God, if I feed him to sleep, I'm gonna start this really bad habit. And it seems like in our culture, in our parent culture in Australia, it's like, if you're not doing, you know, if you're not happy to feed to sleep and co-sleep and that kind of thing, like hippie people over there, everyone else over here, it's a bad idea to feed to sleep. Oh, but you must breastfeed, breast is best. Ugh. So you're kind of stuck in the middle in this horrible situation where the baby won't go down unless you give him a feed. And yeah, like the only other way we could get him to sleep was to walk in the pram. So I ended up going for these like hour-and-a-half long walks, and if I stopped the pram, he'd wake up. And this is not only us, I know a few people have the same problem. And just the stress that you feel combined with, sorry about the noise, but the stress that you feel combined with the lack of sleep, the anxiety about being a new parent, and just everything in general. And of course every baby's different, so watching other people's YouTube videos about their daily routine, it kind of helps a bit, but not really. And I read books. I read all of the books about settling and everything. And another thing which makes everything worse is Googling, you know, why won't my baby sleep? And some of the top responses that you get on Google are actually websites of people trying to sell their sleep programs, and I didn't realize this. So it says, you know, you should put your baby down for a sleep by 2 p.m. and he should wake up before 4 p.m. and any later than 4 p.m. and he's going to struggle to go to sleep at 7. And I was like, oh shit, I have to wake him up at 4, but he's only had 45 minutes. And I thought so much about it, and it was so horrible. And like, I thought that everything I was doing was wrong because it wasn't what was on these websites. And I don't know why I did this. I couldn't stop myself from doing it. Everyone said stop reading shit online, it's not true, and you know, listen to the baby and everything. And even the people, you know, at Torrens house and on the parent helpline, other times I called, they said just do what the baby wants to do. And it wasn't until I actually rang the breastfeeding helpline, this is after me trying for about, I don't know, a week or two of putting him down in the cot and letting him cry and trying to go in and out and in and out and that sort of thing. That's what you're supposed to do. And I was just crying in the backyard because it's just, you know, you're so alone during the day. You're by yourself. Your partner's usually at work. It's usually the way it goes. And I just rang up in tears and I was like, look, I'm feeding him to sleep. I don't know how to stop it. I don't want to leave him to cry. It just hurts my soul. And she was like, just keep feeding. I fed my babies to sleep and they're fine. I was like, really? Really? And you need someone to tell you this, because like, even though I've been to university, I've studied, I've worked most of my life, I've done all these things, but I was so insecure about what I was doing because I thought I was doing it wrong. And it really comes down to like a personal strength, like how much belief you have in yourself. Like, you know, I was watching Amanda Muse's video the other day on how much she's changed since she became a parent. I'll try and link that below as well. And it's really interesting, like you just come into your own when you become a mum, because you really test it like more than you are in the workplace or study. So yeah, this woman told me it's okay. So I kept on doing it, and then I went back to trying to, you know, self-settle and everything. And the other mums in the mothers group, some of them got those programs that they bought and that worked for them. And, you know, some of them were sleeping through all night anyway from the get-go. Like Harry still doesn't sleep through at 13 months, but whatever. So yeah, I tried a little bit more with the self-settling and it never worked. And then it wasn't until I went back to work, I can't even remember when, a couple of months ago, and I was like, I don't know how it's gonna go, he probably won't nap, but we'll see. And my husband Nick was able to just basically hold him, pat him a little bit, shush him, and put him down, and he would go to sleep. And this is without having a bottle, because he wouldn't take a bottle. And it just kind of rolled from there. And through the last 9 days, we have not fed in the morning at his 11 o'clock nap. I've basically just given him some morning tea or an early lunch, given him a cup of soy milk because he doesn't like cow's milk. Yay! Win! He has tried it, he doesn't like it, he spits it out. So he's having fortified soy with fortified calcium. And yeah, he has his drink. He has his nappy change, he has his music. This is another thing. If you have some really, really strong sleep associations, like very dark room, I'm talking like I bought a blackout blind and it's working much better. Dark room, nappy change, words like it's time to go to sleep, it's sleepy time now, let's have a sleepy, things like that. You're getting him ready, you're telling him what's going to happen. Nappy change, a book. We've got a sleepy book that we look at only at sleepy time. It's not for any other, it's like Where's My Bunny or something. And I do a little bit of ASMR on him, like I tap the book and I whisper and I stroke it. Give this video a thumbs up if you want to see the ASMR that I do on the book. And then yeah, I put him in his sleeping bag. We jiggle a little bit with his music, we turn his music on, and it's like jungle ABC music, which is really cool. And he just goes all limp, and then I put him down and he moves around a bit and he goes makes a few noises, and sometimes he has a good cry for a little while. But I go outside and I hang out the washing and I come in. If he's still crying, I do the dishes. If he's still crying, I might poke my head in, but I find he's worse if I go in, so I just leave it because he's up and down and on and off. and then he goes to sleep by himself without a feed, and I'm like, ah! And today and yesterday it only took him like 5 minutes without any crying. It was just like and then bah. High five. So yeah, I just had to tell someone, and I wanted to tell you guys because I'm hoping that no one in the world is in my situation that I was in, stressing out, freaking out, but probably someone is. And yeah, my advice would be just relax, keep sleeping, keep feeding to sleep, if it makes you more comfortable, and if the baby takes a nap that way, it's more important that they take a nap. And don't listen to, like, even the nurses, you know, the old school nurses who say don't feed to sleep, you're making a rod for your own back. Like, don't listen to it. If you can, try to bat it off, you know. And yeah, make those sleep associations really strong. Lighting, dim lighting, music, sleepy story, sleepy words, and sleeping bag. And yeah, it's working at the moment. Fingers crossed it continues to work, and then we'll be able to cut our nighttime feed when I'm ready, and hopefully the overnight feeds. So yeah, that's it for today. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Don't forget to hit that red subscribe button down below so that my videos will show up in your feed. And follow me on Instagram. I'm Georgina Vegan. So that's it for today, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers guys.